Yeah, right light didn't like one of those test slides. Anyway, welcome to Live CANDLEPIN Bowling, Putnam Street Lanes, Fitchburg, Mass. Apparently we may or may not have a new local destination, or should I say not a new one, but one that is reopening. There is a place, I don't know when I'll visit it, called 202 Bowling. Hello, Tom. 202 Bowling you may recognize by its former name, Harvard Lanes. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I've heard it's a split house now, 10 pin and candles. I'm hoping they did not put urethane approaches in, because, yeah, that would be a shoot my watch me suck for both and call it good. Anyway, lane 10, first game. Let's see how things go. Something did not feel right there. So now we're going for the Emily. Start with a lovely 5. I don't know what happened on the first ball. My back and my arm killed me. I don't know, I didn't like something I did that one time. Niner. I think I still got some ill effects from the last place. I think some of the special sauce that was on the plate there. No. Broken record. this time the middle finger. Halftime report. 5-1. Back didn't like something I did on the first throw there. And 9s all throughout. We are at 41. Seems everything's okay now, and we got a pin in the pit. A little full, but it worked. Strike streak still going on. It's time for 2 El Stanko the bonus balls. And here at Putnam Street, I've done that 4 times, a double. And 3 times, screwed by 1 pin for my triple. But let's see if we can get the double. Too thin, way too thin. Well, for the fill, I did the ball 3 thing for the fill. Try to get the easy 8. Surprisingly, it gave me a 9. Not surprised where the ball went. That actually went where I aimed. That one didn't, but it wasn't perfectly off. Take the 9. Week 7. That was ridiculously thin hit. Another lovely 5. Looks like the great collapse is early today. And a 10. In spite of 2 really horrendous frames and a couple that weren't that great, not too bad. suck, but then my back did something tweaky. Sucked. Yeah, okay, 1.7's bad. 9 feels pretty good, 91. Right at average, according to ICB standards of casual league bowlers. Fortunately, I was talking to the lady at the desk, and their data also backs up. 90 is middle of average. Although this is one of the easiest places in the world. Legitimately, too. Proven a billion times that this place does not add special sauce to the plates, which I guess is starting to wear off the bowling balls now. There's another reason to say Putnam doesn't juice. It's the special sauce from where we were is wearing off, even though I tried scrubbing them. All right, game number 2. Start with the same thing. No, one better. 6. Sadly, that's the best start we've had. And 9. Middle finger again. Repeating the same pattern. All right, that one came a little too early. But it's halftime. Got a 6 instead of a 5 and 1. And then all 9's up to 4. And then the strike in 5 instead of 6. So we're at 43 with 2 I'll the bonus balls to determine the half. And again, I'll repeat because people jump in and out of these things. 4 times I've double striked here. 3 times screwed by 1 pin from a triple. Okay. I was aiming for the easy 2 for the better fill, but it turns out to work anyway with a 9 fill. Brings the half to 52. That almost went in the gutter for 10. Exactly where I aimed. Exactly what we were looking for. So that means it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Epco Urethane Proline, the only thing professional you will see in this video or on this channel. You see, the other place the pins fell funny. They fall easy, but they're not falling funny. Nice 9 fill. Ball's hitting something. Oh, we got the 9. I don't know if I went up far enough. It's skipping for no reason in a spot. If that were only ball 2 in the other frame, I don't know. There's an if it were only ball 2 moment. I suck too much throwing on in the gutter. That's a 10. And not a bad game. Although, remember where we are. Yeah, sucky start. Good fills. I wish it was ball 2 moment in the last frame. $1.09. And all 4 bowling balls came back. Forgot to hit the start. I also been forgetting to look at the numbers to see if I'm matching or not. I don't think I did. I would have noticed that winner thing. Yeah, those 3 times in 2 different visits. If I got a 63, I would have won. I would have noticed the winner under the score. So, yeah, those 2 visits where I matched once, got a free ticket, then matched twice. The next time here, those are the only times I've ever matched. Alrighty. Before we go, I saw something pop up. Great job. Thank you, Tom. Game number 3. Can we get higher than a 6 to start with? That took the suspense out of it. Remember where we are. Again, 2 El Stinkos again, another chance at a potential 5th double that I've ever thrown here. At least a 9 fill. Spare on strike, making frame 1 a 20. Means it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will this one be? El Stinko definitely stunk. The Levers met some Mets. Week 4. Avoided curse to the fill with a decent, well, should say good 9. Toilet we go. And a craptacular 5. Where are my bowling balls? I see at least two of them here. It's so much easier to get a half Worcester when 8 of its friends are there. Alone, not so much. That being said, it's halftime. We got a strike in 1, spare in 2, making 10 fill there. 9 and 3, but the first ball knocking down only 4 of those. Then a lovely 5 to just wreck things a bit, and an 8. So far we are at 56. Remember, not indicative, but you never know, it may be. The 10th pin was a shocker, and yet another, I wish it was ball 2 moment. I guess the great collapse has started. Another 5 and a pin in the pit. Yep, here's the great collapse. It's a 5. The great collapse continues at 7. wood was the only good thing that happened. We'll take it. Like I said, the 56 is not indicative to how things would go. And of course it goes the way we predict, and that's wrong. So it's an okay game. Yeah, it's a 93, but the great collapse. Nothing but garbage, except for the 2 10s. So, yeah, it would be normally good game is an okay. That one gets downgraded to okay. Let's see how much further the great collapse goes. Sometimes it stops right there. Oh, I already pushed that. Well, if I got a 102, I would have matched. Okay, I'm pressing buttons. We should react to that. Okay. Game number 4. Not what I expected. Nice 10 start. Second best start. Another 10. I like to jinx my game by saying that so far we got a perfect game going. Unlike the other bowling, and includes pretty much any type, a perfect game in Candlepin requires you to simply knock down all 10 pins every time. So if I get all 10s all the way through, that's a 100, a minimum perfect game, which happened in 2019. No one has ever shot the miracle 300. 2 people tie the world record at 245. Ralph Semb and Carl Sargent. They're at 245, and I actually know for a fact one of those was not even a perfect game, but still 245 in this. Bowling God flipping me off and saying, no perfect game for you, but it's still a 9. lousy 5 to wreck it. Twisted my wrist there. Just pretty sucked there. Putnam Street 9 there. And our halftime, 10, second 10, then a 9, and a 5 to ruin it, and a 9 to keep us alive with a 43. Now, if you are commenting, I usually at least let you know that you exist, and if you've been leaving them, because I noticed I'm hitting the button and sometimes nothing happens. I'm not intentionally ignoring you. I know for a fact, especially here, sometimes Masons, that some comments literally will not make it to the phone, but when I see the footage on the computer after the fact, there's more comments than I've seen. Anyway, let's continue this half. I thought I'd eke out the 9. Didn't see a 10 coming. Double wood slightly off kilter for an 8. There's the 5 pins of hair off to the left. Finally a mark. I think on a couple of these balls I might have used too much dish detergent. A couple of them are a little squirrely. That tends to happen if I try to get grease off them. Use a grease cutting kind of dish soap. Still have a residue, even though I used magic eraser right after the fact. Anyway, it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see what this can give us. Well, how else would it go? Had a few good runs, it's over. El Stinko's a 1. welcome to Putnam Street. Was a few inches off, but it still worked. But it's a 7. Decent game. Sucky fill, sucky frame. Kind of a sucky frame there too. 89. For those of you who say I'm getting better at this, nope. Peaked a few years ago. Yeah, I beat my triple, but have not really got better. My triple is almost respectable now. Almost. All right, game number 5. I think I might clean these again. It's a problem with dish soap. Good luck getting it off after. But like I said, it needed something to cut the grease from the previous place. I don't have a problem with it. It's just a pain to clean the bowling balls and then get them usable. So at least half of the suckiness isn't because of the bowling balls not being right. Game number 5. In just a moment. All righty. Give them a chance to dry a little bit. Welcome to Masons. Perfect shot. Got screwed. And there's the Fitchburg City Anthem. I found out you can actually hear that. We got a 9. Held on a hair too long for the 8. Welcome to Putnam Street. Well, it was a couple inches short of left, but it worked. Time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. El Stinko definitely stinks for the leave. Putnam Street 6 isn't too bad. That's the only good thing there. Oh. Now you know why I threw it there, and it actually went where I threw it. It makes sense now, doesn't it? That was a nice second ball, though. What do we got now? Another 9, and that's halftime. Again, halftime not indicative. And there it goes. We got a 9, 8, spare, 9. First ball, we're knocking down 6. Beautiful second ball that almost got another spare. And a 9. Or 51. Again, not indicative, but you never know. I've had at Mason's of all places a half of like 32 or 34. Ended with 102 or something like that. Double strike at the end. You never know. Yeah, I think we're good. That would have been, even here, stupid lucky if that were a spare. The kingpin remains from that. Hard to tell on video, but the kingpin is the one further back, the 5 pin, and it appears darker because it's that much further away from the deck light. That I know is good, it just simply went forward. 8. I hate the 4 horsemen. Lucky I got what I got. A 10 off the 4 horsemen, especially for me, that's pretty good. Just behind the line at least. Middle finger this time for now. That's the good thing about that piece of wood. If you tear off either way, you can do some damage. That's a professional miss. And middle finger for 9. And again, like I said, not indicative to how the first half goes, but it's still a fairly decent half with 1 left. Remember who shot it. That wouldn't have worked. It had to be on the other side. Yeah, not indicative, but still not a bad half. And a pretty good score. Remember who's playing. All right, no real stinky frames, just only 1 mark. 96 for 1 mark, that's not too bad. Very low on the hundreds today. Only 1 game. For here, that's pretty pathetic. All right, no match. If I really sucked and got a 52, I would have matched. I believe the matching number goes from 50 to 120. I've never seen it go higher, never seen it go lower. There's like a 60-point spread, 1 in 60 shot if you're within the middle of that. House record is 214 here. Six strikes, 3 spares, and an open frame. Imperfect game, Over 200. You're considered a god in this game if you can do that. Too far to the left. Start with 9. Yeah, I've had to travel too far back there. Got any? Another 8. Had to hit the wood on the right, and that helped us get us 9. Halftime report with a 9. Halftime report game 6. I didn't mention the game number. 98899. Yeah, the best days are behind us. 43. Only one game in the hundreds, so yeah. Not exactly one of the best runs. When you get only one game in the hundreds here, that's kind of a weak run. Finally, a mark right where I wanted it, too. And because they seem to know when they're El Stinko, I'll mention it here, El Stinko the bonus ball, not give it the attention that, to make it stink. Let's see what it gives us. See, don't give it the attention. El Stinko stunk for the pins with a 10, also known as a strike, and 2 of them. I have double striked here 4 times. Let's go for a 5th. Instead, we get that. Spread eagle to clip away. Both El Stinkos stunk, and a 5 fill helps the game, but crap for a strike. Curse of the Fill, Craptacular 5. There's a 9. Almost got screwed again. Bowling God's middle finger. Finally, another game in the hundreds with a crap fill, crap frame. 101. That's 6 games and only 2 in the hundreds. It's a bit weak. Maybe I've been having too much of a good run and I'm getting used to too much of a good thing. Let's see what we get. No match. I needed 116. Game 7. Bowling balls are coming back clean, so yeah, I still think there's probably a special sauce residue from the last place. All right, game number 7. Right. That one slipped out. We got 9. saved it. That was just plain stupid. I should have aimed for the 7-pin. It was the fat one. Still a decent 8. Way too full, but Putnam Street action saved it. A piece of wood in a way that's pretty much going to ruin it. I don't know if I have to trick shot this. Yeah, I'm going to go right for it. Remember, try. If it were only ball 2. Stayed on before contact with a 10, or during contact. Perfect shot, exactly where it needed to go. Spare because of it. El Stinko because of it. What will it give us? Let's find out. Stinko lives up to its name, going halfway to Worcester for a 2. Get a 10. And with that being said, halftime report. 9, 8, 10, spare, and a 10. Unfortunately, the first ball only knocked down 2. We're at 47. Is this working at all? Or are people so glued to their seats? Are people so glued to their seat to watch the world's worst professional candlepin bowler try and do good? Too far to the right, it's a 9. High definition, you don't have to be good at the sport. If you're making money off it, you're considered a pro. It just happens to be that people pay money for the people that are really good. But people pay me money to suck. Anyway. I know I'm not throwing away games. Except the last ball, there's no chance in an 80. Yeah, it's not as bad as it looks. Thought it was a little too far to the right, but it still worked. Once again, it's time for El Stinkle the bonus ball. I think it doesn't matter if it gets attention or not. Let's see how well or bad this one goes. Kind of an ugly, well, wood is what saves it from being ugly. Decent 6 fill. That was the pin I needed to hit on ball 2. No way I could have got a spare there. But 10 is nice. That's the moment where you go for the glory, because either pin would get you 1. Might as well go for the front one for a chance at 2. And that's a 10. Might not have been enough to knock it down. That piece of wood on the left hand of the fairway. Close but no cigar, that's a 9er. All right, so we got a decent amount of 3-digit scores. There's the third one. Crap Phil. All right, Phil. Not the best, but okay. You got a 10 out of it. $1.03. All righty. Ah, here we go. Chuck Dupre lurking. Hello to you. Let's see if we match. No, we don't. Oh, I rather my score though. If I got 100, I would have matched and won. Those 2 days that I matched, the first time I matched once, the second time I came after that, cashing in the first one, I matched twice more. Never ever matched ever since, never ever matched prior. Right. A 1 in 60 shot if you get between 50 and 120. All right, that was a pretty decent game. Number 8, speaking of game numbers. You're making some good shots. Why, thank you. Sometimes those do happen. That is not one of them. All right, third ball made halfway decent with a niner. Would kind of help there, the middle finger for 9. All right, pretty much where I aimed. I didn't see a spare coming out of it. Not a dumb luck spare. And because some people get angry when I mention a dumb luck spare, those are spares that nobody could see coming, even if it was a really good shot. Or a really lousy one that just worked. Anyway, yeah, it is. El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see what we get. I'm surprised it took 9 games for Bob Caleri to show up today. Craptacular 5. The fill's okay, but crap leave. Even here, he's a bit tough to get rid of. That one slipped out. Two forward, just a hair behind the lob line, good. 9 fill, not bad. Oh, not a 9 fill, but a 9 for the frame. The 5 fill as well. And that's halftime. We got a pair of 9s, a spare, with Bob Caleri. Got everything but his big toe out, leaving a 9 there, but Bob Caleri, meaning I got 5 for the fill anyway. 8 and 5, right in the middle with a 50. Thank you, Tom. Anyway, let's see what happens. Again, half not indicative to how things can go. We've seen it go for better and worse. It's good. It hit something valid on the plate. Maybe I wish it was ball to a moment. I don't know. About a 10. There was a bit of luck there. Squeaked out a decent 8. Decent 8 out of that one. Barely good again. Proof that I suck, I was aiming for the 2 standing by together there. We still got 9. Wrong side of the head kick. Sucky shot from there. Decent game. Or in my standards, good. Alright, where did we suck? The fill. No marks. 94. A little weak in the hundreds, in the hundreds run. Only Game number 9, and we only did it 3 times. Yeah, I consider that acceptable. It's a quarter of them if we, provided no injury happens and we make it through the dirty dozen. And if I got a 72, which thankfully no. All right, time for 9, speaking of. Yeah, bowling towel has got to get thoroughly washed again. The special sauce from the previous place, it's still on the balls. I can feel it. I can feel it in the towel. Hands don't get slippery when I dry my hands, and they are getting slippery when I do. Middle finger for 9. But okay. And that is an Emily, which is a spare, where second ball gets them all, first ball, nothing. That's an I wish it was ball 1 moment. Well, the way I play, either's pretty much the same. So it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? El Stinko stinks for the wood going the wrong way, but in actuality, it's a decent leave if you're good, and an 8 fill, which is pretty good. World's worst professional candlepin bowler. 9er. Because I make money doing this. Just behind the line like it mattered, but it's 8. Half time. 9, 8. what could have been a strike, but was an Emily spare. Then a 9. The first ball knocking down 8, and another 8 at the midpoint again with a 52. Chuck Dupree, thanks again. 52 half. Again, as I say, not indicative, but you never know. Because of the pin in the middle, the only way a dead-on hit would get a spare is that way. With that being said, once again, it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. All right. Let's see what we get. Terrible leave, but an okay 5 fill. So El Stinko, oh yeah, stunk for the leave. Yeah, these things still have the special sauce. I literally felt that one. Decent outcome. The other way. Another I wish it was ball 2 moment. I slid funny and the ball hooked entirely wrong. Got a 10. Now that would be a dumb luck spare. That's called sucking. Oh, we got 9. Welcome to Putnam Street. Little luck there. Well-placed ball nonetheless. It did go where I put it, so I can't say dumb luck. Diamonds are very hard to get rid of, and we end with El Stinko, the bonus ball. So this is the 4th game at 3 digits. But then again, remember where we are. El Stinker lives up to its name with a singleton. Because why not? But still. Alright, cruddy Phil, cruddy, Caleri, but decent outcome. Crap Phil altogether. But a 105. Can't complain about that. Alright, so decent number of 3-digit games. 33% of them. Assuming the last 3 do not. I is a wiener. Time to get my free game, which, by the way, is not usable same day. Has to be next visit.
Oh, with a 105, that's good.
Yeah, I like it when it's a good game that matches.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so got the verification. This thing is cockeyed all of a sudden. Hello, Ryan. So game number 10. Yep. Matched on game number 9. So let's start this one.
You just want me to put it on your table?
Sure.
Okay.
Start with 8. There it is. 1 free game. The next time I come, within 2 or 3, 4 weeks, depending on schedule. Welcome to Putnam Street. If it hit something, it would have been good. Stop it. Oh, we already started with 8. We got anything. Yeah, usually I show off the winner, the winning coupon before I start. So, yeah, that messed me up. That and when I have to do a check on if something's past the line, that screws me up too. Might not have been enough. That went in the gutter, then came out, so that's 9. Bowling God's middle finger for 9. And that's what I think of the king. So that's a 10. And before I hit the button, I have to stand through an animation. Let's give you the halftime. 8, 9, 9, 9, 10. That would be a 45. As I say, a good candlepin bowler can overcome these things like the special sauce residue from a place that had special sauce on the pin plates. My towel's still a mess. Balls are still slippery. Like I said, a good candlepin bowler can compensate. And I'm not doing so hot. I'm doing okay. Stuff like that happens. And that's a lousy 5. So now Bob Caleri decides to show his right side and show up a little more frequently. And here comes another great collapse. That's a 7. Nines help. Yeah, this is going to be the low one. That's a 9. An alright game. We got a 9. Welcome to my typical standard. Alright. That's not a great collapse there. It was short-lived. 84. According to ICBA records of casual league bowlers. And they back up the averages here because they're roughly the same. 80 to 100 casual league bowlers. So if I'm in that range, good enough, I guess. Yes, and if I got a 104. Oh, Jay Atkins. I did read that right? I think I did. All right, game number 11. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to have to throw some balls down to get all 4 back. 3 of them are there. Good clean hands get us a strike. Means it's time for 2 stink of the bonus balls. What will they get up? What will they add up to? And I have double striked here 4 times. Never triple striked anywhere. I came close here 3 times. Ugly. All right, the second pitch was as good as you can pretty much get it. 8 fill. And a 10. And I jinx it by saying it. Perfect game so far. Only have to knock them all down in your turn. So minimum perfect game is 100. And now that I said that, it's time to jinx. Oh, let's further jinx it. The best and closest I came was at Brian's bowl away. The first 7 frames were 10s, and there were a couple of good spares with some weak fills. 8 and 9 ruined it with a pair of 8s, and 10 was a 10. It was a 104. So 8 frames or 10 are better. First 7, then frame 8 ruined it. I think the closest I came since then is 4. Let's see if we can get the third. Kiss it goodbye. Yep, kiss that perfect game goodbye. That's usually how it works. 2 frames and then crap. Although 9 isn't bad. Crap goes the perfect game though. least I got something out of that. Too far to the right, but a 9. Little to left. Another 9er. So that being said, that's strike in 1. 10 and 2. First 2 balls knocking down 8. Ugly spread eagle-ish thing. More into less kind of, well, that was the only way to go, really. Then all 9s from there for a 55 for the first half. That's an ugly getting screwed over job for 7. Wrong side. Remember who shot them. That's an 8. Here we go. Aim for the easy 2, so we kind of save that one for you. Putnam Street action now. Nine over there. spare on that one. The gap was wide enough the ball could fit through. All right, another decent game. Close, but no cigar. You'll see what I mean by that. Suck frame there. Pretty much got screwed rather than sucking at it. 96. All right, this is game 12. We know what that means. Means it's time to check on the numbers from MGM Springfield and see what they're predicting, how the last game goes. First, let's just hit this button, see if we match a second time. And the answer is no, I needed an 82. Kind of curb things somewhat in my favor. I'll wipe my hands again with this towel that really needs a deep cleaning, even though it's been washed once already. Post special sauce. All right. According to their betting slip, 2-to-1 odds that it will be a crash, 79 or lower. 4-to-1, 80 to 89. 7-to-1, there's a little bit of confidence there, 90 to 99, and very confident this time, like 23 to 2, 100 and above. And those are the betting odds from MGM Springfield. Let's see who wins or cries or both. Start with a spare. That means it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Like I say, while it's noisy, we mention it so it doesn't hear us. It tends to have an attitude when it knows it's El Stinko. It's a repeat. Deja vu. We've seen this game before. El Stinko stunk for the pins. 2 of them now. Can we get a 5th ever double here? That one fell out. Fortunately, that was behind the lob line, so good. That's an 8. Let's see if we can get 10 for the finish. Or everything dances around those 2 and we get 8. Oh, I beat my all-time low in just 3 frames. Here, I've got my high of 148. Last time I was here, I got closer to 145, broke my triple, almost respectable 343. My low is 44. We're at 46 after 3. And the Putnam Street high is the same as the high, 148. 10. There it is. How does that happen? You hit your object pin. No, it's you throw the ball 60 feet down the lane, hit your object pin, and get penalized. How does that happen? Well, according to Desnezzo, second ball, throw for the 3 pins, which may hit the back pin and take down the 4. Or just suck, like usual. All right, we got Putnam Street action that got us 9. And again, I really want to stress not indicative to how the second half will go. Spare, then a strike, which means the fill on the spare is a 10. And then just like the last game, the perfection died, except 8 instead of 9. 8 fill there, a 10 and a 9. Once again, reminder, not indicative of how it could end. We're at 65. If that were only ball 2 yet again. And 5. All right, need more than 30 points to call it a good game. Granted, we're at 80 with 3 to go, but if the back half is a disaster, it's not a good game. All right, the spare helps. Once again, time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. There's already a bunch of people crying, especially MGM Grand. They're gonna pay a lot of money. Might be the 23-2, no, 23-1 odds. Nice fill, decent leave. If I were good, easy spare. That's an 8 fill. So the 23-1 people have won. super sucky throw with a niner. And this is the high game of the day. Oh well. Game over. I think that was just barely behind the lob line, don't matter. Not only does MGM Grand hate the fact that 20-31 odds people have won, as well as the normal people that bet knowing that they usually crash at the end, it's the best game in, well, considering where we are, not the really high number, but hey, I'm not upset with it at all. That sucked right there. Sucky frame. It probably would not have wound up being a Cinderella 120 or better, but hey, we're good with that. And we are done with that. Oh, if I got a 112, I could have got a second one. Well, we're going to press the 4 button this time. Preferably on the right keypad. There we go. So that'll be it from Putnam Street Lanes, Fitchburg, Mass. The Dirty Dozen. Let's shrink this down. Let's shrink this down. There's some great games. Turned out to be a kind of pathetic day. Turned out to be halfway decent. 5 of the games, I believe, were 100 or higher. I'll definitely take that as okay. Pretty good, actually, not okay. But also, remember where we are. And that'll be it from Putnam Street Lanes, Fitchburg, Massachusetts. See you, Atkins. And again, thanks again, Tom. This is George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one. And we stop.